Everyone like to make conversations with an opinion that we are going to make good conversations, right? So in this video, let us see some of the tips that are going to actually help us in order to make good conversations or a successful conversations. Okay, so without any delay, let's get started. Hi, namaste, welcome back to Learn with Gowthami channel. The first tip I would like to give you is that be prepared. Okay, I have told you so many times how to be prepared the previous day. If there is no time to prepare for this conversation, what are you going to do? You are going to take a pen and a paper right in front of them and be prepared? No, I am not telling you that way. In this particular situation, what are you going to do is that you are going to be prepared with what you want to speak inside your head for a fraction of seconds or a fraction of minutes. Okay, you need to be prepared so that it reduces your anxiety, it reduces your fear and increases your confidence levels. Okay, so be prepared before making a conversation. Second tip is that make eye contact. Maintaining eye contact is a very useful tip. I can't stress upon it. If I speak like this, peeping through the window what is going on outside and not focusedly seeing into you, would you like to see this? Would you like to see this? No, right? You would immediately turn off and open another video, right? If I maintain eye contact and speak out, you will be interested because you know that I am actually interested in that conversation. If you are not maintaining your eye contact and breaking it regularly, then it means that you are not interested in doing that particular conversation, and the other person would feel uneasy to make a conversation with you, which results in a bad conversation. Okay, I am not telling you to look deeply into their eyes, but you know what I am saying, that you need to maintain a good eye contact. The third tip is that you need to maintain a body language. The body language means you should not lean, you should not slouch, you should not scratch your face, you should not set your hair. You know, all these are going to make your conversation more awkward. Okay, in order to know more about the body language, eye contact, and what are the communication skills that you need to develop in order to maintain a good or a successful conversation, watch these 3 videos, which are very important. You need to put those communication skills into your conversation, then only your conversation is going to turn out into a successful conversation. The next tip is that you need to be a good listener. You need to listen keenly what the other person is saying, then only your conversation is going to be fruitful. Otherwise, if you are not listening what the other person is saying and thinking something else in your head, then what happens is that first thing is that you will not understand what that person told. Second thing is that you are not going to give the relevant answer. Third thing is that you would be afraid of actually speaking at that point. These 3 things should be avoided actually. So in order to avoid these 3 things, you need to listen. If you listen, then you will definitely get some or the other points to speak out. The next tip is that be confident. There is no need to be afraid of anything. Okay, if you are in a conversation, be confident, then only you will be able to make a successful conversation. Even if you don't know what the other person is speaking, or even if you are not able to understand what the other person is speaking, if you are confident, then there is a chance for you to ask them to repeat once more in a polite way. Then they will definitely do it. Okay, so first of all, you need to be confident and at least say what is running in your mind instead of making that conversation stop in between. Next tip is that feel free to ask questions whenever necessary. Okay, if they told you something and you are not able to understand it, don't feel shy, don't feel hesitant, don't feel that what they may think if I ask again. Okay, don't think that and ask questions. Okay, in order to make that conversation successful, you need to ask questions and you need to get the answers. Okay, so that if you are going to do a conversation about this same topic with other person, then you are going to implement what you have learned in this conversation in the future conversations. Okay, don't be afraid to ask questions. The next tip is that don't fake your accent. There is no need to fake your accent. I have already done a video why I don't prefer to learn another particular accent. Okay, please check out that video. You should be confident enough to speak in your own accent. There is nothing wrong. If you fake your accent, then the other person will easily identify that you are faking. Okay, be yourself. Maintain your own style while speaking. Maintain your own attitude while speaking. Maintain your own personality. It is going to impact your conversation a lot. Not only the words you speak, not only the ideas you put, not only the thoughts you present before them. Your body language, your communication skills, your attitude, everything matters in order to make a successful conversation. The next thing is that every time don't try to use only the advanced language or the words that you are not familiar of. See, some words are there, you know that word, but you don't know at which context to use that word. So what happens is that if you are going to bring that word into your conversation suddenly, and what if the whole meaning of the sentence changes? Did you get me? So don't try to do these type of things. Okay, use a particular word or use a sentence structure or use a phrase, use an idiom, anything it may be, only if you know the correct context at which it should be used. If you don't know whether you need to use at a particular situation, don't use it. Just explain it in your own words, in simple words, but make sure that you are using humble words while speaking. You need to be respectable. Okay, you need to respect the other person while speaking. You know, right? Give respect and take respect. The next tip I would like to give you is speak slowly. Don't rush. If you speak slowly, then what happens is that you are going to give your brain the ample time to think, and you are going to make a clear speech. It reduces your grammatical mistakes. It reduces the number of times that you are fumbling in between. You know, all these are going to reduce if you speak slowly and if you speak clearly. Delivering your thought clearly is very important. Otherwise, it is not going to be a fruitful conversation. You need to keep it in mind. The last and final thing I would like to share with you is make others comfortable. Make the other person who is speaking to you comfortable. Okay? If that person is not able to understand you, use simple language, simple words that he is able to understand you. Use that type of language. See, if you start a conversation, within 2 to 3 minutes, you will get to know at which level of English the other person is. You will easily get to know. If you are familiar that the person is not able to speak English, you must make sure that you are not using any hi-fi words, because if you use hi-fi words, he will not understand it, and he or she is going to think that I can't speak good English with her. Why should I actually make a conversation? Okay? Otherwise, they may feel uncomfortable with the English we are speaking. See, that should not be the case. Any person must feel comfortable if he is making a conversation with us. You need to leave an impression that, oh, she did a great conversation. I learned something from her. Okay? That is the impression that you need to leave to other persons. Okay? So try to make good and successful conversations. And at last, I want to mention that if somehow, due to anxiety, due to fear, due to fumbling, due to grammatical mistakes, or whatever it is, if the conversation turned out into a bad one, don't take it too seriously. Better learn from that conversation and rectify your mistakes and don't repeat it. Okay, you are going to learn from that particular conversation that you ruined. Okay, don't take it too seriously, and don't put your mind only thinking about that awkward situation. Just leave it aside. Only take the points that the other person told you, or how the other person reacted to you, because you can find it out by looking into their eyes, by looking into their facial expressions. The words you speak may fool you, but the facial expressions can't fool you. Okay, while making any conversation, please observe the facial expression, because through the facial expressions only you will get to know about which level of English you should use and what type of English you should use. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope these tips are going to help you a lot, and if so, don't forget to subscribe the channel and please show me your support in order to make myself a place in this YouTube community. And let me know in the comments whether you liked this video or not. Put it in the comments. Your comments are very useful to me. I am regularly learning something or the other from your comments. So feel free to comment and share it to your friends and family members. Put it a like. See you soon in the next video.